Okay, we live now. Q, what it do? Welcome to my live session. I'm not gonna be on here long. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta do a quick live so I can clear the air on a few topics that people have been asking me about. You know what I'm saying? So, Q, what it do, man? I'm back. I'm in full effect. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get right to it in just a minute. Let me get everything organized. Okay. Welcome in. Q, what it do? We're gonna do this live session real quick, just to clear the air. I wasn't dropping videos for a minute. I wasn't going live for a minute, and there's a reason for that. And I'm sure by now, a lot of you guys that are coming from the troll side of things, I already know um, some information, not all information, because a lot of the information that was put out on that side was false. You know what I'm saying? Everything was false. They don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? They get a little bit of the information and then they just attach their own things onto it. You know what I'm saying? But none of it is true. They don't really know. So if you want to know the truth, you know what I'm saying, you got to come to the source. Q, what it do? All right. A lot of y'all trolls be leaving comments on my videos. Come on, bro. Is that really necessary? Is that really necessary? We know you guys are losers or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Y'all nosy and y'all want to, but come on, fam. Come on, fam. Seriously. All right. So let's get into it, man. Yeah, but those dudes, they don't know nothing. But on a serious topic, man, this is not really about, this whole live is not really about the trolls. This is going to be a serious topic um, about the deportation story, um, the IDC conditions, and my future travel plans that I have with the channel. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, according to like the deportation process and IDC, man, that is a serious deal. Like I was in IDC for like 9 or 10 days. Before then, I was just in detention centers. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into it. So first and foremost, let's talk about the deportation incident. Okay. So, contrary to your belief, regardless of what you heard through the grapevine and the gossips, you know what I'm saying, it had nothing to do with nothing that you heard. Okay. The deportation story, I'm going to prove it to you. Hold on. Yeah, it had nothing to do with nothing that you heard. Okay. I know y'all want to hear this. Y'all want to know. Y'all want to know, man. Y'all nosy, man. Y'all nosy. Nosy people want to know, man. Nosy people want to know. So the deportation incident occurred because of a misstep from Laos. So if y'all really following my channel, you know what I'm saying, and not those other channels, and really following my channel, then y'all will know that I did a border run to Laos. Okay. Now Laos is something different. You know what I'm saying? Lao was something different. Whenever I first got to Lao, the Thai driver was telling me, he was like, yeah, Lao people are different. They don't really want to work. They don't even want no money. They just want to drink and have sex. They don't want money. They don't want to work. They don't want to help nobody. And this is what the Thai driver was telling me going to Lao. So, you know what I'm saying? I thought Lao was, based off of those principles, I thought Lao was going to be pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounded like a pretty chill place. But no, it's not. Well, for me, it wasn't. Not at that moment, it wasn't. So I went to Lao. You can go back and watch the video where I went to Lao. I went to Lao, and then coming back from Lao, I remember it clearly. There's a window, right, where you hand your passport in, they take your passport, they stamp it, and they hand it to you out of a side window, and then you hop on the bus and you go to Thailand. Thailand, get your passport, stamp your visa, and then they let you through the gates. Okay. So now, coming from Laos, as you can see here, See, coming from Laos, I got a visa from Laos, okay? But wait a minute. That is a fucking stamp. Bruh. Bruh, this looks like a stamp right here. Okay, so the story was coming from Laos, I got a visa, but they didn't give me a departure stamp. But if you look here, and I'm just now noticing this for now, if you look here, there is a slight ink, like a slight ink, like there was a stamp, but the ink is low. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So going into Thailand, okay, Thailand gave me this stamp. Okay, and as you can see, it's written in Thai, so I don't know what it means, but there is a word that says visa. So when I saw this, I thought that was my Thai visa. But this stamp is actually telling me to go back to Laos because Laos forgot to stamp my deportation. And bro, I'm about to be pissed off if this is a deportation stamp because it looks like a deportation stamp. It's just faded. Oh shit, I'm about to be pissed off. Look at this, fam. That look, can you see that? This looks like ink right here. You know what I'm saying? It looks like somebody stamped something. Let me show you what a deportation stamp looks like. I mean, not a deportation stamp, a departure stamp. See, that's what a departure stamp looks like. You see this little oval shape with a date in the middle? Now, if you look right here, I don't know if it's picked up on a camera, but it looks like a little oval shape right here. But it's just very light ink. I could have spent all that time in IDC for no fucking reason. That looks like a goddamn departure stamp. Anyway, so that's the reason why. They put this stamp on here. I can't read Thai. I don't know what it says, but it actually says go back to Laos to get a departure stamp. Bruh, this looks like a departure stamp. It looks like Laos actually stamped my departure. Oh, I'm about to be pissed. I'm about to call the embassy tomorrow. And as you see here, there's the departure stamp from Thailand, dated August 1st, which is whenever I flew out of IDC, okay? Now, also, if you look here, this stamp right here is from Mexico. Now, what you don't see here, okay, or here, what you don't see here is a stamp that says I'm banned from Thailand, okay? So I can come back to Thailand whenever I feel like it. I called the American embassy just to see if there was any restrictions tied into my passport number, and she said there are none. So let's get that clear. Okay, I'm not banned or blacklisted from Thailand. Okay, but I think I did get a deportation stamp. I need to, bro. I'm going to have to call. I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna have to call the U.S. embassy and tell them that there is a deportation stamp on there. It's just fake. It's like they didn't put enough ink on there or something. Okay. Now, so what happened was on my second, so I stayed in Thailand for 30 days and I was going on my second border run to the Philippines. First, I was going to go to Singapore, then the Philippines, and then I was going to meet Hilltop in Malaysia. So in the airport, as soon as I went through customs, there's like a little immigration desk. And I go there and it's this fat white guy sitting there. And he's like, he overstayed his visa for 90 days and he had to pay, I think it was like 20,000 baht or something like that. And he paid the 20,000 baht right there at the desk. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to go through the immigration stuff. I mean, the detention stuff. He paid right there at the desk. But anyway, so she see my passport. She saw it was no deportation stamp. Which there is a deportation stamp. She saw that, so they had to put me in the detention center. That way, Thailand can put their departure stamp on there. Because if there's no visa into Thailand, then technically I'm not supposed to be there. So it's called illegal entry. But there is a departure stamp on there. That's fucking me up, man. And I just figured that out right now on this line, just looking at my passport. So if I gotta put a message out there to the people who's watching this, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be to check your passport. Now, by no means is this live created because of a troll asked me to create this live, or the followers of the troll asked me to create this live. The reason why I created this live, and I'm addressing all of you followers of those trolls, because I know most of you guys are just followers of the trolls. So the reason why I'm creating this live is because the people who are actually cool with me, the people who actually call my phone on a weekly basis just to have conversations about nothing, those are my true friends. You got Hilltop, Yoga, and then there were some guys who I contacted while I was in IDC who actually received help, and then there were some guys that I think might be kind of trolling too. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. But just to clear it, man, I'll say his name. Tomyum made a video saying that the Passport Bros abandoned Q What It Do. Man, let me set the record straight. The Passport Bros did not abandon Q What It Do. First of all, Q What It Do is a grown man, okay? I'm not a little kid around here that need to have my hand held, all right? I started this YouTube channel as a travel channel. This was not a Thailand-specific channel. Thailand was just the first country I went to, and I loved it so much, I just stayed there for a year, okay? But this whole channel was made to travel around, okay? Now, whenever I got deported, they told me the process on the first day, okay? They said, you're gonna have to stay in the detention center until you can afford a plane ticket, until you can buy a plane ticket back to America. That way, I can fix my passport. You see what I'm saying? And then continue traveling again. Like I said, they couldn't stamp a departure stamp on my passport without there being a visa on there. You see what I'm saying? So I have to go to America. Now, I wanted to go to Guam, but sometimes top people are not too like ready to listen because Guam is a U.S. territory. So it's just like a state. So Guam has a U.S. embassy and all that. So, and it's right on the other side of the Philippines. So I was going to just go to Guam, fix my passport, and then continue on to the Philippines. But they didn't want to hear that shit. They wanted me to go back to the continental U.S. Fine. Okay. But whenever I was first apprehended, if that's the word, can I say arrested? Well, I really wasn't arrested. I don't know. When I was first detained, they put me in the airport jail. Man, this airport jail was complete garbage. All right. It's 3 cells, no toilet, no sink. I was in there for like 5 days, 5 or 6 days. The top police officers, they're not like correctional officers or jail officers. They actually have a job to attend the customers of the airport. So they tend to be flustered. They don't really want to go inside the jail cell and deal with the detainees. So my first day there, I didn't eat for 3 days, bro. I'm sitting in the jail cell 3 days. I'm next to a woman from the Netherlands who I believe was a certified witch. I'm not talking like she was a mean lady. I think she was a witch. Like she would wake up at like 2 in the morning and she would be doing these fucking chants. And like I'm sleeping on the fucking bench, barely sleeping on the bench. And it felt like she was right here in my ear, you know, and she's like doing these little fucking chants. And then she'd wake up and like piss in the bowl and fling it across the floor, like poop on the plate and slide it across the floor. Like she was the worst, fam. Like she was doing the most, man. Yeah, but I understand why. She was in there for 7 days. Because once you like pee on the floor, do something like that, the top people, they'll just call you crazy. And they won't ever come and check on you. You know, so they'll leave you in there for a long time. So anyway, that Friday, I went to go see I got detained on Wednesday. That Friday, I went to go see the judge to pay a 3,000 baht fine for overstay, which I want my money back because I have a departure stamp on my fucking passport from Laos on the same page with Laos. I'm just now seeing today. I'm gonna handle that later. Anyway, so I had to pay a 3,000 baht fine to the judge. All right, plead guilty. It was like 3,000 baht. There was some jail time in there, but it was like pushed back to 2 years or something like that. I don't know, some crazy time stuff. So after I paid the fine, I thought I was good, right? I'm like, all right, I'm good. I'm about to go home. I'm about to go buy me a plane. Nope. They put me back in the back of a little paddy wagon bus with the girl from my homegirl, my friend that I met from Taiwan. My Taiwan friend, man, and her sister, they really took care of me while I was in there. So I thought I was good, but I wasn't. They took me right back to the airport. So at this point, and this was on a Friday, I had been there for 2 days by then. So at this point on a Friday, I've been good the whole time, man. I just been sitting, chilling, meditating, fasting, not eating, alhamdulillah, you know what I'm saying? Just chilling. I'm not doing too much because the Netherlands woman was doing enough for the whole fucking room. So I was just like, all right, cool, we chilling. Now, Friday, I go back. I'm ready to get my bags and stuff. And the officer, he points back to the cell. I'm like, nah, fam. I already paid my ticket. I'm good. I'm about to go buy my plane ticket because we already at the airport. So I'm thinking I'm about to go back up here and get my plane ticket and fly to America. You know what I'm saying? He's like, no. There's a process. There's a process. You have to wait until the process is done. I'm like, all right, man. Fucking process. All right, cool. So I go back in the cell. It's the weekend. So the talk with the judge don't process until Friday. Until Monday. So Tuesday, the guy comes with the keys. And he's like, Harris, come with me. So I'm like, all right, good. Now it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? I pack my bags up, throw it on my back. I walk out. I'm thinking I'm about to go to the counter to order my ticket. He put me in the back of the paddy wagon again with the Taiwan girl. And the Taiwan girl's older sister, who wasn't even a detainee. She was just like loyal. She was there. Let me explain this woman. All right, this lady, she was the Taiwan girl was like 20 years old, and she was a tomboy. I'm just kind of assuming she was a tomboy because she dressed like a boy, and anytime somebody handled her like a girl, she looked offended. So I'm assuming she was a tomboy. I don't know. She didn't tell me. But the sister was like in her 40s, and for some reason, every morning the sister would like every morning after that third day, the sister would like show up in my cell with like yogurts and like little Asian snacks or whatnot. She would go to the store for me. I would give her some bread. She went to the store and got me a book, um, some food, whatnot, some KFC. So I'm up in the cell eating good Friday and Saturday. You know what I'm saying? There was a guy from Nigeria who came in on the weekend, and he said he had ate in 4 days. So I was just like throwing him pieces of chicken through the fucking bars. You know what I'm saying? He smashed the chicken. We was partying up on Sunday. So anyway, Tuesday come around. I'm in the back of the paddy wagon with them, and I'm thinking, all right, well, we finna go somewhere so we can buy a ticket. Nope. Truth be told, Monday night, I was wilding. Monday night was the night that I started wilding. I started shaking the bars, cussing the police officers out. You can only take so much, bro. You can only take so much of being abandoned and neglected. So I joined the crusade of the Netherlands lady, and I started wilding too, shaking the bars. And you know what? You feel better. You really feel better. When you're sitting down peaceful, your time goes by faster. But when you act the fool, you feel better. You feel like that needed to be done. Well, anyway, I told them I didn't like the place. This place was terrible. It's piss on the floor. It's shit on the floor. They neglect us. They don't feed us. There's malnutrition going on. People are breathing in urine and feces. I wrote a long ass letter to the U.S. Embassy. I'm talking front and back. You know what I'm saying? And I thought it was the U.S. Embassy representative, but it was a Thai woman with a blazer jacket, and she was like, she had a certain type of demeanor. Like she was kind of like punching me in the stomach, like, "Oh, did you write me a letter?" And I said, "I wrote a letter to the U.S. Embassy." She's like, "Uh-huh, yeah, you wrote me a letter." And she was like trying to punch me in the stomach and whatnot. So I backed away from the case so she couldn't touch me no more. And I'm just looking like, I don't think this lady is part of the U.S. Embassy. Hold on, stay tuned, because this is gonna come back at the end of the story. Okay. Now, oh shit, I got some people coming in. What it do, people? What it do, people? The U.S. Embassy don't care about me. No, well, the Thai embassy didn't care too much. The U.S. Embassy, like I said, hold on, fam. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pin that because that's important. I forgot how to. My bad. There you go. Let me see. No, not that. There you go. The embassy don't care about you. Okay. So the U.S. Embassy really does a lot. But this woman, once I filled out the paperwork for the U.S. Embassy, like an hour later, this lady showed up with a blazer, but she was a Thai lady, one of those Mama Song looking ladies, and y'all know I got a lot of experience with Mama Songs. So she kind of showed up like with a tough attitude, like, yeah, punching me in the stomach and shit. So I like backed away from the bars and I looked at her and I say, "Are you part of the U.S. Embassy?" And she just kind of did like that and then walked off. So anyway, they put me in a paddy wagon. They drove me like 15 minutes away from the airport into this big ass building that looked abandoned. I mean, it was grass growing out the concrete, no cars in the parking lot. We get out, we walk into the building. I can, you know how you can just smell the mold and the dust in the building that haven't been used for a long time. They directed me to another detainee cell, but this cell was huge. The cell that I was in the second time is probably about the size of this fucking room. And this cell had a toilet and like a little water spigot. So I'm feeling like, all right, shit, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? At least I got a toilet. I can go whenever I want to go. And the Taiwan girl was situated right in front of me on the other side. I was there for shit. I was there for a minute. That was the cell that I had just fucking gave up and realized, came to the conclusion that shit, this is where I'm gonna be. Because the whole time, the Thai people, they're not giving you no dates. They're not giving you no dates when you're gonna get out. They're not giving you no time when you're gonna get out. It's just on a day-by-day basis, they're gonna tell you no. You know what I'm saying? So after like the third or fourth day here, I stopped asking. I didn't care no more. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the back, right? I'm in the cell, you know what I'm saying? And there's mosquitoes inside the cell. There's rats inside the cell. You know what I'm saying? It's a terrible, terrible place to be. I was there for, I don't know, man. It was 4 weeks total. So I had to be there for 2 weeks then. Yeah, so maybe I'm gonna give it a week and a half I was there. Like I said, I had help. Someone had brought me a blanket and a pillow, so I had some help or whatnot. The foods, they shot a movie while I was there. Like, this shit was really unorganized. Like, literally, some Netflix company came in and shot a movie inside the cell that I was in. So I was like moving from cell to cell or whatnot. Now, let's get to the IDC. So after a week and a half, I wound up going to IDC. Now, IDC is the Immigration Detention Center, okay? This place is not a nice place. I was in the room with 60 Africans, okay? For some reason, even though I'm from America, they put me in the African cell. So I'm in the room with 60 Africans. And I started talking to a couple of guys just to get their story to see why they was there. A lot of the stories were the same as far as the guys from Nigeria, Liberia, Kenya, you know, West Africa. They took contracts to work. And this shit here is fucking crazy. So they accepted contracts to work inside of Thailand. The contracts were anywhere between 3 to 6 months, right? A lot of them stayed past their visa so they can make more money for their family. And they knew that there was going to be a penalty for overstaying, but they assumed that they could do as the white guy did, as I said earlier in the video, pay right there at the desk, right? And it can be done because I saw the guy do it. He paid 20,000 baht right there at the desk. So they figured they was going to stay a couple of months, all right, send that bread back home to Africa, go to the airport, have to pay the fine, and then be good. Well, once they got there, just like they did me, they didn't have an option to pay right then and there. They booked them into the detainee center. Now, they take your cell phones. You don't have your cell phones inside the cell. You used to have your cell phones inside the cell, but they said a lot of people was messing up. So they took that privilege away. All right. So these African guys already sent the bread home. They got their cell phones taken. So now they can't contact their family and say, hey, you know what? Send some money to the IDC so I can get out of here. There was guys that spent upwards of 15 years in this place. And let me explain to you IDC. I think most of you guys are probably mini trolls from, let me see. Yeah, most of you guys are just trolls coming from those other channels. So y'all already seen the Tomyum video of IDC. That shit is real. That's how it is. It's 60 niggas in this room sleeping on the floor. You know what I'm saying? You get to work out. You get to leave your cell every 3 days to go work out for 1 hour. And I still don't understand the cell phone situation. Like, I don't know if it's once a week. whatever. I got to use my phone twice when I was there, but that's because they was giving me privilege because I'm from America. But the African guys, some of them didn't get to use their phone like at all that week. A lot of them, they don't have phone numbers. They got to use WhatsApp. The IDC don't have a WhatsApp to contact, so their family members don't have a way to contact IDC to buy the plane ticket because for some reason they only use WhatsApp in Africa. Some of you might know that. Let me tell you a few stories that I heard about there. So you got the African people who accepted contracts for work, and they got caught up, and the phones got taken away, and they wasn't able to use their phones a lot. And then after like a month of your cell phone not being used, if nobody tops up your cell phone, you don't have service no more. And there's no Wi-Fi in there. Well, there's Wi-Fi in the IDC, but they don't give the detainees the password to access it. So you kind of stuck out of luck, you know what I mean? And the people don't care. When you first walk in, to your right, there's a cell of women and children. All right, I'm talking pregnant women and children from 2 years old all the way up to like 14, 15 inside this cell. They were born there. They were born in IDC. And these girls are like 15 years old now. They've been there for 15 years, never seen the outside of those walls, never committed a crime a day in their life. And they stuck there every fucking day. They got to eat rice. You eat rice. They give you a shit ton of rice 3 times a day. And they put like some cabbage with some meat. Now, I was talking to the South African dude. I said, hey, man, I saw you put your little chef hat on and you go down to the kitchen. What kind of meat is this? And he said, it comes in a box labeled meat. And honestly, I'm not even sure it's meat. I don't think it was like the muscle tissue. I think it was like an organ, like a gizzard or liver or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But you eat that shit 3 times a day. I couldn't eat it 3 times a day. I only ate it 1 time a day. As you can see, I lost a lot of weight. I lost 15 pounds in there. Okay. The Turkish guy from Turkmenistan, who are being oppressed by China right now, he got there 10 years ago and he learned English and he learned how to hoop in IDC because I was hooping with the boy, you know what I'm saying? And his nigga jump shot was unstoppable, you know what I'm saying? He was a Muslim, he was a real cool guy, man. A lot of these guys was real cool, down to earth people, and they just kind of accepted that that's the way of life, you know what I'm saying? And it's really a sad story because they don't even know what's going on outside the walls. All they know is what's going on right inside of the IDC detention center. We did get to watch the Olympics though. So that Friday, I got there like on a Tuesday or some shit like that. Anyway, that Friday, I was allowed to use my phone. No. First time I used my phone was Wednesday. Wednesday, I got on my phone. I transferred the funds from my Cash App account to my Thai bank account, loaded it up, getting ready to go. I knew a plane ticket was going to be like $1,000. Shout out Yoga, man. A lot of y'all was like, oh, man, y'all boys left Q What It Do stranded. Did nobody leave Q What It Do stranded? Q What It Do didn't tell nobody. What you think I'm going to do as soon as I go to jail? Hey, man, I'm in jail, man. What they going to do? Ain't nothing they can do. They had already explained to me it was a process. Okay, you have to, if you can buy your own plane ticket, then you can speed the process up. So I know I had the bread, so I didn't really need to tell nobody. All right. But yeah, shout out Yoga, man. They told me what them boys said about Yoga. And Hilltop. Hilltop was mad because I didn't tell him. And I understand that, you know what I'm saying? Because Hilltop, he calls me a lot just to chop it up on the phone. So he kind of feel like, yo, why you didn't tell me, but you told this person? I'm gonna explain that. Okay. So the first time I used my phone, all I did was transfer money from one account to the other, put my phone away. I went back to my cell. By this time, I done got comfortable with sleeping on the floor. You believe it or not, sleeping on the floor will relieve your back pains. I had back pains when I went there. Sleep on the floor for 3 weeks. I don't even have back pains no more. So that's all I did. And then again, 3 days later on a Friday, I got to use my phone again. Like I said, I'm an American. Having an American passport gives you privileges inside of those cells. So the second time, the American embassy showed up, and it was 2 blonde-haired, blue-eyed white girls. I'm talking about country American girls, and it was so good to see them, man, because they had the fire in their eyes, and I knew it was something going on in that detention center when I saw the fire in their eyes. Now, by this time, I had already accepted the fact that I was going to be there for an extended period of time, But once they start talking to me and telling me what the American embassy is doing and the immense amount of pressure that the American embassy is putting on the IDCs worldwide, it was like music to my ears, man, and it need to be done. So the American embassy have a whole slew, a whole line of lawyers, and they're calling the IDCs every day, putting an immense amount of pressure on them. All right, especially about the treatment, the cleanliness. There was a guy who died in the cell right before I got there. He like literally died. He was sick. He coughed up blood until he died. And when he died, they just scooped his body up, didn't even clean the blood, and nobody heard from him again. I heard about him again. Nobody cared. So that's the type of building you dealing with here in IDC. But yeah, the American embassy definitely cared. Once the American embassy came, and you know, let the top people know that I was an American, which they already knew. The top people was giving me like VIP treatment off from there. Yeah, they don't. The American now the African embassies, unfortunately, they didn't care. So one guy said he called the Nigerian embassy, and the Niger. What the hell is that? Is that a bubble? Anyway, he called the Nigerian embassy, and the Nigerian embassy told him that they only come to Thailand once a year in February. He said he got there in March. Eee, that's bad. And then the next February, he talked to the Nigerian embassy. They asked him for the money as if he had cash in hand. He said he didn't have cash in hand. He had to call his family back home and get it. Well, the Nigerian embassy didn't even have a phone where he could call his people. So they pretty much just left again and said, next time we come, make sure you got everything organized. So they were willing to let him stay there for a whole nother year. And this is the same for a lot of embassies in Africa and Turkestan. Now, the Turkestan government, like I said, they're being oppressed by China. So this guy had been there for 10 years. He actually had a ticket to leave, but the ticket was going to send him back to Turkestan, where on arrival, he was going to be eliminated, deleted. So he didn't have nowhere to go. So what he's doing is trying to figure out how to get nationalism or citizenship in a different country so he can go somewhere else. About the gossip shit. I know that's what y'all want to hear. Y'all come here from the gossip. Let me see what y'all talking about. Yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all coming over here for the gossip. Yeah, about the gossip shit. So I had already used my phone that Wednesday, and they let me use it again Friday. Now I had no reason to use my phone Friday, but Noodle, shout out Noodle. A lot of y'all were talking shit about her, but she showed up every day. She was driving to Bangkok every day, crying. She was crying. I wasn't even crying. I was tired, kind of tired of going down to see her every day, because you know they put you in this cell where you got like maybe 3 feet a distance, and you just sitting there yelling, and it's like 50 other people in there, and you trying to yell. You know what I'm saying? This shit was whack. You know what I'm saying? I was telling them, why you keep coming up here? You don't gotta come up here. Like, just stay in Bangkok. I'm gonna call you when I get out of here. You're making the situation worse. But she was a trooper. She came up every day. You know what I'm saying? She contacted my parents and all that kind of stuff. So Friday, and she's the only person I contact. She's the only person that known about it. But Friday, I used my phone and I was scrolling social media and checking YouTube, making sure, you know, nothing leaked out. And I was good. Nobody said shit. Everything was cool. I needed some toothpaste and a toothbrush. So I called Dante. No, I was texting Dante. Only Dante, because I know Dante don't have a YouTube channel. He's not out here reaching for clout. And you know what I'm saying? I know he was going to keep the information private and you know what I'm saying, whatnot. And he's going to get shit done. Because every time I talk to Dante, that's just the kind of person he is. As soon as you tell him something, he's going to respond quick. You know what I'm saying? The next day with results. So I just contacted Dante, say, hey, I'm in here. If you can send some kind of support as far as like toiletries or something, that'd be greatly appreciated. Now, while I was texting Dante, Deuces, the guy who dropped that big text message, and this shit, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This shit really, I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain it, but Deuces was my dog, fam. Like Deuce, I hung out with Deuces every day, like damn near every day. We talked on the phone. We went kicked it. We were smoking in the shops, chilling. You know what I'm saying? So, and Deuce is a very smart guy. He's a Marine, very smart dude. Um, and I checked my WhatsApp, and I noticed Deuces was texting me like every 3 days that I was in there. Hey man, where you at? You cool? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? So I said, okay, well, this guy is showing the most concern out of everybody, even though he didn't know what was going on. All he knew was I wasn't communicating back on the phone, but he was staying consistent. So I said, man, he's really worried. So if anybody is worried, of course I'm going to, explain because you're showing genuine concern. So all I did was just copied his name into the same message that I sent Dante. Immediately I started thinking like, I probably shouldn't have done that. You know what I'm saying? But I was thinking, now that's Deuces. He ain't gonna tell nobody. He's a smart guy. He knows what's up. He ain't gonna tell nobody. I sent that message, put my phone away, went back to my cell. Thursday, I was able to buy a plane ticket. Hallelujah. Okay. Now, the plane ticket that I bought was not the one I wanted. They just sold me some random ass plane ticket to LAX. Like, why the fuck would I want to go to LAX? I'm from Dallas. It's a long distance from LAX to Dallas. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, I didn't care. But it was like plane ticket to LAX. It was like 35,000 baht, which is like a little bit over $1,000. I bought that shit. I asked her about Dallas, and she looked at me confused, like she didn't want to do the extra work. I said, don't worry about it. Just give me the LAX plane ticket. When I get to LAX, I handle it there. So I bought the LAX plane ticket. Then I looked on my phone, and I seen this fucking midget, oompa loompa, ugly fucking gay ladyboy chasing troll, Starbull, done dropped like 4 or 5 videos. Look, one of the videos, he in the bar outside. He talking about, yeah, man, y'all hear the people talking behind me? I'm outside. Yeah, I'm outside. So Q, what it do is deported from Thailand, and now this nigga can come outside again. This nigga happy. He outside. He drinking at the bar now. I'm outside. Q, what it do is gone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I see the shit. I don't have time to attain to the shit because at the time, the people that was in IDC was still heavy on my mind. So once I bought the ticket, I went back to the cell. I had a pen and pad. I wrote down as much information of the people who I can. So when I got out, I can contact their people and put them in touch with the guy who was actually in the IDC who had WhatsApp. So they can talk WhatsApp to WhatsApp, and then maybe that guy can get them some help. Also, I contributed, I think 2,000 baht for them to buy a SIM card Wi-Fi router because sometimes the guys got to go down and use their phone, but they didn't have service. And like I said, the IDC didn't have Wi-Fi. So I bought 2 routers for them, and I think I paid for service for up to 3 months, which is only like, 300 baht a month, however much Wi-Fi service is. So next time they go down there, they got Wi-Fi. They can actually use their phone. They don't have to worry about scrimmaging and trying to find service or connect to other networks and whatnot. They can use their phone. And that was my contribution to the IDC. Since I've been out, I helped 3 people get out. Mainly the hoopers, the guys who I was hooping with. I went back, I contacted their families in Kenya and Nigeria and Liberia, and I let them know that their husband, son, brother, whoever, I gave them their IDC number, let them know which IDC they were in, and I gave them the WhatsApp to the guy who was running the cells so they can communicate back and forth. They called me back a week later and it was like, hey, we got the plane ticket. We got him scheduled. He's flying home such and such dates. You know what I'm saying? So I left my WhatsApp number and I said, once he get back, tell him to hit me up on WhatsApp. Just let me know he's home safe. Because that was my priority, man. These guys ain't committed no crimes. They weren't no drug dealers. They weren't no murderers. They actually came to Thailand to work and they wound up overworking, overstaying a visa, and they wasn't given a chance to pay at the airport like some people are. And that was the only thing they did. They was just trying to make a living for their family. These dudes weren't no criminals. Now, some guys were criminals. Some guys was coming up from prison and whatnot for meth. I guess there's a meth epidemic in Thailand and whatnot. They were pushing meth on the Thai girls and they got locked up. which I feel like they should get locked up. Like, what you pushing meth on these little Asian girls for, man? They already got it hard enough. You don't need to be pushing meth on. It's fucked up. You need to stay in here. But yeah. So I got out, checked my YouTube. I saw that Starbull had put like 4 videos out. Even Tomyum put a video out, but Tomyum video was based off of IDC awareness, which is needed. Which is needed because some of those guys in there really need help. You know what I'm saying? But this this idiot Starbull, man, I saw that he was making videos talking about, hey man, you need to make a video addressing the people, telling them how not to go. Listen here, if Starboy really cared about y'all, okay, and like he said he did, he claims he's been in Thailand for 5 years, right? Nowhere on his YouTube page does he explain how he stayed in Thailand for 5 years. So if he really wanted y'all not to get deported or whatnot, why don't he explain to you how to get the visa for Thailand for 5 years? Instead of cracking down on education visas. Matter of fact, let me clear that. Now, I was on the education visa, but my education institute is a legitimate institute. It's a school. It's called Nettie's Visa Service. If anybody wants to go to Thailand and they want a legitimate education visa, call Nettie. There's a school there. And if you can't go to the school, there's online classes you can take. It's like twice a week, 1 hour a day. Okay. It's a legitimate deal. Matter of fact, Nettie got some power. Nettie was talking to the guy as I was being deported, the big boss, and the big boss was like kind of shaking in his boots. He didn't know what the fuck to do. He was on the phone. He just threw me the phone back. And he was like, here, you can have it. He didn't want to talk to her no more because she was putting that pressure on him. You know what I'm saying? So Nettie got pulled. Nettie was telling me like, hey man, just slide me 60,000 right now. I can have you out of there in 3 days. I'm like, shit, I ain't worried about that. I can do 3 days, 3 weeks. I don't give a fuck. And I'm not gonna pay 60,000 no way. But yeah, but she got some pull, man. Call Nettie. Nettie will hook you up. Netty. Nettie Visa Service. That's the real deal education visa right there. Okay. Uh yeah, so that's that on that. I'm about to end this live. Right now I'm located in Mexico City. So I'm about to end the live in a little bit. Is this an hour? Yeah, I got y'all 45 minutes. That's enough. Oh shit. Who that? Let me see what we got over here. Okay, we got okay, what it do, Josie? Yeah, man, I ain't seen some of these names in a minute, man. What happened to what happened to my dog? What was his name? David? I don't see him in here, man. Anyway, I'm about to address the people in a minute. But yeah, so passport bros did not leave Q what it do stranded. Q what it do was a grown man. And just like Yoga said, Q what it do got money. If he need money to get out, he got money already. He can get himself out. And that's absolutely the truth. I did have money. It just took 4 weeks as the process. Hilltop, my bad. I didn't tell you, but I didn't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? Start the passport bros didn't leave me stranded. As a matter of fact, man, shout out to I know Hilltop said he don't like this guy, but shout out to Fish Jr. from Treetown because I reached out to Dante and Dante reached out to Fish and Fish had a missionary come like 2 days later and she dropped off like some toothpaste and some throat lozenges and some lotions and all kinds of toiletries and toilet paper. The toilet paper, the toilet situation was funny. So the toilet there is just a hole in the floor. It's only like this far from the floor. All right. And there's a bucket of water with like a smaller bucket inside of that bucket. So after like the fourth day, I had to poop. So I go in there and I don't see no damn toilet paper and I don't see no spray. The what they call it, the butt gun. I don't see that. So I'm like, man, I gotta take shit. So I go to one of the African niggas. I'm like, hey man, what you do if you gotta take a shit? How you wipe your butt? And the guy was like, there's a bucket in there. I was like, a bucket? I know it's a bucket. What the hell am I supposed to do with the bucket? Like, I don't, bro, I'm from America. I don't know what to do with the bucket. The butt gun was new to me. You know what I'm saying? But that's self-explanatory. You spray the water up your ass. All right. Now, with the bucket, I didn't understand. What am I supposed to do with the fucking bucket? How am I supposed to clean my ass with the bucket of water? I didn't know. So, you know, when I took a shit and just took a whole shower after I took a shit. That was my way of doing that. But the lady brought me 2 rolls of toilet paper, right? So I got the toilet paper in my last 2 days. I done already bought my plane ticket. I only got 2 days left, but now I got this big bag of goodies with two rolls of 2-ply toilet paper. Now, mind you, I was trying to get a cigarette from in there, and them guys didn't have regular cigarettes. They had rolling cigarettes, but most of them was rolling their cigarettes in newspaper and like notebook paper or whatnot. And there was only one guy who had actual rolling papers, but he couldn't roll worth a damn. So I was telling him, yo, let me get a few rolling papers off you. He didn't want to give me no, I only got 1 box, man. I don't know when I'm gonna go get some more. I can't do it. I said, I bet. So I ain't really getting that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I really lived a healthy life in there outside of the malnutrition. But the rice and shit really made me lose weight, fam. I really lost like 15 pounds in that bitch. And I got up to like 100 push-ups a day, 100 sit-ups a day. At the end, I was doing 200 push-ups, 200 sit-ups a day. But once they gave me the toilet paper, I was going to go take a dump with pride. You know what I'm saying? I had my toilet paper. And the dude was like, hey, man, you got toilet paper? I was like, yeah. He said, bro, let me get some toilet paper. I said, no, nigga, it's a bucket in there. Ain't that what you told me? It's a bucket. Use the bucket. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that toilet paper was a blessing. But at the end of the day, man, I wound up leaving the toilet paper there for him and everything because I was on my way out, fam. I got to LAX. No offense to my people from Cali, but LAX is a piece of shit, and the area around LAX is a piece of shit. Now, what I wanted to do was I was going to go to LAX and chill for a minute because you got the beach there, and then you got the infamous Figueroa. So I'm like, I'm gonna stay at LAX for like 2 or 3 days. I want to go to the beach, and I also want to go down Figueroa and see what's popping down there because Figueroa got a big name in Dallas, just like Harry Hunt's. So I was like, all right, cool. I get off at LAX. I catch the bus. Now, shout out to the metro system in LAX. They got Wi-Fi and chargers on the bus, so I was able to charge my phone, hop on Wi-Fi. You know, I rode, stopped by a gas station to pick up some Newports. Newports cost me $15, fam. $15 for a pack of Newports, fam. It's fucking outrageous. So I lit the Newport. It was no menthol in it. It was just like a regular cigarette. I'm like, yo, what's up with these Newports? He's like, yeah, man, we banned menthol. There's no more menthol in the Newports. So $15 for anyway. So I have my sea bag on. I know if y'all notice, I travel with a big sea bag that I got from the Navy. So I got my sea bag on, and I'm walking, and I see a Motel 6. I'm like, all right, let me check in the Motel 6 for like 3 days. That way I can come around Figueroa. Now, mind you, I'm in Compton. Yeah, and Compton is not that bad. Now, actually, I was on a train. I passed Compton, and I went to the next train station, which was a piece of shit. There was actually human shit on the sidewalk. Okay, human shit on the sidewalk every like 10 feet. So I don't know if this is just one guy shitting every 10 feet or it's like everybody just go to the sidewalk to take a dump. But I'm walking trying to dodge the landmines of human shit. And I'm seeing like people just sleeping on pallets, similar to what I was doing at IDC, but out here on the sidewalk. And at like 10 o'clock in the morning, just like that. Like we got homeless people in Dallas, but our homeless people sleep behind the stores or in fields and shit, under bridges. These people were just like right on the sidewalk, like right there, just sleep. And I'm wondering, why are these people so damn homeless around here? So I go to the Motel 6. I tell them, give me 3 nights. She told me it was going to be a whopping $600 for a Motel 6. I don't know if y'all know what Motel 6 is, but Motel 6 in Dallas is like, now it's like $75. Back in the day, it used to be like $50 a night. You know what I'm saying? $600. I was appalled. My plane ticket to Dallas was only $200. So yeah, I just walked back to the airport, bought me a same day ticket to Dallas. And I went back to Dallas, hopped on the metro. And now my mission for this channel is to see, is there any better country than Thailand? I'm gonna go back to Thailand eventually. But first I want to do a world tour all around South America, all through Africa, Europe. I might skip those stands, those Afghanistan, Turkestan. I don't really want to go there. And then before I go to Thailand, I'm gonna go all throughout Southeast Asia just to see if there's any other place better than Thailand as far as cost of living, luxury, food, of course, women, and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I am. Right now, I'm in Mexico City. Uh, Mexico City, I feel like it's a scam. Cancun was definitely a scam. Mexico City, it is what it is. If you like this vibe, if you like that big city vibe, that rock and roll, a lot of people are into like rock and roll, uh, big city, futuristic type. Mexico City is actually futuristic. They're living in the future right here. As far as the people, the buildings, not so much. So they're charging a lot of money. They're charging a lot of money for how they think this city is going to be in the future, but it's not there yet. So I'm about to move on, man. I'm probably gonna go down. Everybody's pushing Costa Rica, so I'm probably gonna stop by Costa Rica, Colombia, Brazil, because I heard a lot of stuff about those countries. So I'm gonna see if they compare to Thailand. But honestly, deep down inside, I know Thailand is the best. Um, but I'm hard headed, so I want to know for myself, man. So that's what I'm gonna do from here on out. Okay. Now back to IDC. I got like 28 people in here right now. What to do? Appreciate you for stopping by and listening to the story. Just to recap what I went through. Um, yeah. So the reason why I was detained was for illegal entry into Thailand, and it was because they thought I didn't have a departure stamp from Laos. But as we just discovered just now, there is some faint ink. See, this is my entry stamp, but as we just discovered, there is a faint ink print right here. I don't know if y'all can see that, like right here. And right here, it looks like there might be an oval, which is what the right there. It looks like there might be an oval, which is what a departure stamp is. The ink is just fake. So I could have went to IDC for no fucking reason, honestly. So the IDC was for illegal entry. I didn't tell the passport bros while I was in there, so they didn't leave me abandoned. Um, I do want to call awareness to IDC. So if anybody out there who really give a fuck, I know you guys are just trolls, but I'm assuming people are going to watch. People are going to watch this video after I put it out, and I want to create awareness to IDC. Man, if you can just donate some money or whatever, like I haven't even looked up how to help, but IDC is the fucked up place to be. Nobody needs to be in there. You know what I'm saying? Okay, question for the critics. Address the trolls. Okay, if Starbull opposes top freelancer, why have he been in Thailand for 5 years? Like, if you so against hoes and women, why you don't move to a Muslim country? You know what I'm saying? You can get the same price there, but it ain't gonna be no debauchery going on. You know what I'm saying? So if you against heterosexual sex and men who are past their prime having heterosexual sex with women, why don't you go somewhere else? Fucking creep. You're a fucking creep. That's what he is. Like he had like he's against it, but he has tons of videos of him hiring freelancers. Like what the fuck? And just because a guy chooses to be with one freelancer, maybe that means he's not a slut. Okay? Let me tell you what a slut is. A slut fucks a lot of people. That's a slut. A man and a woman can be a slut. So if a man goes to Thailand, which is an affordable land, everything is the cost of living is low, okay, and he gets one girl, and he just want to fuck this one girl and spend time with this one girl. That don't make him lame or a cornball. He's just not a fucking slut. Now a lot of people are sluts. You know what I'm saying? They want to go and fuck as many. I'm one of them. Yeah, a lot of people want to go and fuck as many people as they can, but some people don't want to have promiscuous sex. They just want to fuck one person. That don't make them lame. That actually makes them morally correct, asshole. So you act like you a missionary Christian fucking liar is what you are, but you fucking different girls. I've seen you on video with different girls, and you're paying for different girls. So technically, you're more morally corrupt than the guys who only fuck one girl. Idiot. Fucking idiot. And like I said, I'm not banned from Thailand, and I'm not even gonna let you know when I'm in Thailand. but it's on site, nigga. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, son. I know you're an Oompa Loompa. You only like 5 foot. All you guys a fucking knife and a brass knuckle. I am going to beat the living shit out of you. Swear to God. Okay? That's that. And I saw with Tomyum and Richie Mack, and Richie Mack gave that boy the business. Richie Mack definitely gave that boy the business. He ran up on Tomyum, hit him with a few bink, 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 binks. Okay, Tomyum picked him up because I guess Tomyum ain't got no hands. That's why I'm assuming Tom ain't got no hands. Because Richie was throwing the bang, and Tomyum wanted to grapple. And Richie had the boy in the headlock like this. You know what I'm saying? In the headlock the whole time. And then whenever Tom dropped him down, Richie landed on his feet. He didn't hit the fucking motorcycle. He landed on his feet, and he prepared for some more bink binks. Okay, so yeah, it was definitely some mink minking going on. I don't give a damn what Tom said. Hey, like I said, I like Tom, but he got them hands put on him, and he thought that he was gonna slam him, but he was really in the fucking chokehold the whole time. So that's why I say these boys ain't playing out here. These trolls getting their ass whooped, and Jason, you definitely getting your ass whooped. And I'm glad that you outside now. I saw the video where you was like, oh, yeah, man, can you hear the people in the background? I'm outside. You what to do? He's in jail. It's like Debo in jail now. We can go outside. Nah, nigga, nah, I can come back. I'm just not gonna let you know when I come back. I'm gonna pop up on your ass. And I want you to get comfortable going outside because everybody knows who you are. Everybody looking for you, and everybody contacts me. And believe it or not, the police are still in contact with me through my email, okay? Now, I don't know how the fuck you are not going to the immigration to set off these alarms I've trapped for you, but you're not. Like the police is saying he's not checked into immigration or whatnot. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Who is this? Tom Young took it easy on him. Man, Tom Young didn't took it easy on him. He got them hands put on him. Bing, 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 bing. And he got nervous. He was like, okay, well, I can't swing because obviously I can't punch Richie. Richie got them springy ass legs. Man, Richie was bouncing around. So Tom Young couldn't hit him. So he said, I'm going to pick him up. So he picked him up. And then he realized, well, what the fuck do I do from here? Now, he did take a lot of steps. I know Tom Young got that crutch on his leg. So for him to have a bad leg, he took a lot of goddamn steps. And I seen Richie Mack. Richie Mack is short, but he's a good 180, maybe 200 pounds. So Tom Young did have him lifted up in the air. But then when he slammed him, as he so proclaimed, go back and watch the video. Richie landed on his feet. Okay, and that's what short dudes do. Okay, they got that aerodynamic, they got that balance. So while he was up, his legs was kicking because he didn't want to go to one side or the other. He was just keeping balance. He had his head in a headlock, and then when Tom Young dropped him, Richie landed back on his feet. Boom. He got the business. Tom got the business. Tom talked shit about Richie Mack. Richie Mack ran up on Tom, and Tom got the business. The mink minks, man. And like I said, Starbull gonna get the same mink minks himself and shit. You ain't picking me up, partner. You only fucking 5'6". You ain't picking me. I'ma hold your head like this, nigga. You ain't gonna be able to touch me with some fucking brass knuckles, nigga. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get my own brass knuckles, nigga. Then we gonna see if it's any fun when the rabbit got the gun. How about that? I'm just having fun. Really, I'm in Mexico City, man. I ain't gonna be back in Thailand for probably like. I think December is the busy time, so after December. So enjoy your life, man. Sleep with your lady boys. You and Tomyum, I know y'all cool now, so y'all can go and sleep with lady boys as much as y'all want to. Enjoy it, but I got people watching you. So what I want to do is see if you can establish a routine. So when I get there, I know exactly where the fuck you are. You getting the mix, son. You might get the pew pew, because you know you might get the pew pew shit. If ain't nobody fuck with my shit, by the time I get back, you might get the pew pew. And that's real talk too. Okay. Questions. If y'all didn't understand the story, it's in the description of this video. It's written out. So feel free. Let's see what we got here, man. As far as the questions, y'all got any questions? Nat Measy got everyone trying to see a fight. Oh, y'all heard about that. Nat Measy got everyone trying to see a fight for a year, then he backs off. Are you a goofy if you waste time addressing him? Nat Measy backed off? Well, if Nat Measy backed off, maybe he's having problems getting to Thailand because Nat Measy he's the more veteran fighter, so I couldn't see him backing off. But I know Yoga is in Thailand right now, training. He ready to go. Oh, Nak Meezy is in here. What up? What it do, Nak? They saying you backed away, man. They saying you dodging the smoke. That's cap. I figured that was cap. You know what I'm saying? I can't see Nak back not dodging no smoke. I done seen a lot of videos of him. You know what I'm saying? Who is this DDP dude? Is this a troll? This is probably a troll. Let me see. John Travel. He banned for a year, bro. Who banned for a year? Let me see. Let's see what Nak got to say, fam. Boom, right here. And like I say, Nak Meezy actually got experience in fighting. So he saw exactly what I saw. Yeah, Richie didn't get slammed. Cause when I heard Tom saying it, he was like, yeah, man, I body slammed Richie into the motorcycle. And I was thinking, damn, Richie like 60. He like 60 years old. That shit will hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I saw the video and I rewinded, played it in slow motion. First of all, when Tom picked Richie up, that was like a fear type deal. You know what I'm saying? Like if a nigga hitting you with them hands, and you know how some people go to grab because they can't fight. You ain't never, you know, I don't know if a lot of y'all had fights, but sometimes when you really linking a person, they'll start reaching, grabbing for you because they can't get you back. So Richie Mack came up, I saw them little feet moving, so he was really giving them the binks. And then I seen Tom Young pick him up, but that was a fear tactic to stop the punches. Okay. Now, like I said, I give Tom credit for taking like 10. Yo, Tom walked like a half a block down the street with Richie Mack over his head. But Richie Mack had the boy in the headlock. And then when he let him down, I'm assuming his leg must have gave out because I know he got a crutch. So I'm assuming his leg must have gave out. But when he let him down, Richie Mack landed on his feet. And he was actually ready for some more. So yeah, man, shout out to the Travel OG. You know what I'm saying? He really handled, to me, I feel like he handled himself well. Well, actually, man, I can't say he handled himself well because these guys are past 50, man. They don't need to be fighting. They should really be able to sit down and talk it out. But they handled it in the way that made me proud and made me feel like it was the 90s again. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely don't condone violence unless you beating Starbull's ass. Then yeah, you can do that. What to do, Willis Boykin? Willis Boykins was another guy who hit me up a few times while I was locked up in IDC. He didn't know I was in there though. Let me see. Travel OG did step. He get credit for that, especially for a 55. See, I thought DDP was a troll, but he said something like that because that's the truth. He did step, man. You attacking my business. You attacking my well-being. You attacking my wife. Like, bro, you got to get these hands, bro. That's any respectable husband, father, or man would have done the same thing. You got to get these hands, man. Win, lose, or draw, you got to get these hands. I don't give a fuck how big you are. A real N-word is nuisance, which what y'all are. Doomhauer. That dang old Doomhauer. Doomhauer must be a white guy coming here trying to use the N-word. All right, Doomhauer. Yeah, you right, fam. He is right, though. You know what I'm saying? Niggas fighting in the streets in a foreign country. That do make us look bad. What do it really make us look bad? Do it really? I, do it? I mean, specifically Thailand. Thailand is known for like kickboxing, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't really like an American versus a Thai. It was American versus American. I don't know if it make, to me it don't make us look bad because you know what I'm saying, that's where I come from. So that's like right on my alley. Yeah, you can get these hands, fam. So I don't think it make us look bad. But to the older generation, sometimes they don't condone fighting. So I guess that could make you look bad. But as far as I'm concerned, it don't make us look bad. Okay, man. Anyway, man, I'm out of here. I did want to see why. I did want Nat Measy to say why he what's going on because they say he died to smoke. You know what I'm saying? I was going to be back in Pattaya in November just for that, or in October just for that fight. But if it's not happening, I might as well just keep traveling. I'm pretty sure Nat Measy got videos all over YouTube explaining what happened. Though. And if not, I can call Yoga Yoga right now. Yoga Yoga will tell me what's going on. Yeah, see, next I watch my last two uploads. Here we go. Now this is a fact. This is a fact. Every goddamn country, they got something against white people, man. I was taking a cab the other day, just last night to go watch the UFC fight at Hooters. And the guy is driving, he's speaking Spanish, but I heard him say, fucking white boy. And I was like, this is Mexico. They don't even like white people in Mexico. They didn't like white people in Thailand. They call them farans. They didn't like them in Thailand too much. They don't like them in Mexico. That's two countries that don't like white people. How many countries don't like white people? And what's going on? John, don't watch shit for Nat. He's a goofy, fucking time wasting ass faggot. I don't really like that language too much, man. Anyway, like I said, I'm about to head up out of here, man. It's an hour. I'm in Mexico City. Everything is expensive. So all I'm doing is walking around, exercising, eating like once a day. And I'm ready to catch a plane ticket. I think next up is either going to be Colombia or Costa Rica. If y'all got any suggestions on where Q What It Do should go, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Drop it in the comments or whatnot. Let me know. Um, yeah. IDC was for illegal immigration. The passport bros did not turn their back on me. Jason Rivera fucks lady boys. You know what I'm saying? Hilltop What It Do called me several times. Matter of fact, Hilltop What It Do just called me today. Yoga Yoga called me. I would play the video. I would play the sound clips that Yoga Yoga dropped me, but maybe I'll say that for another day. Anyway, man, Q What It Do out. I don't know how to end this shit. I'm doing it through my phone. Okay. Why is it in Spanish? Was it salado? Salado? That's how you say exit? I don't know how to. I don't know. Hey man, y'all hang up. Hang up for me. I don't know how to do this shit, man. How you do this? You close.